so high. Catch me when I'm so high. Catch me when I'm so high. So high, so high. Catch me when I'm so high. Catch me when I'm so high. Catch me when I'm so high. So high. I believe I can fly higher than the sky.
Ashley Erasmus, aka AKUCHI, from Port Elizabeth, all the way, born and bred Bynar, as everybody knows. Grew up, was reared there, matriculated there, did everything I know, I learned there, especially music. Started in church, Ebenezer, that's where I started learning most of the things that I know, worked the stage audio works. I grew up in poverty as in the Kasi. Father who was an alcoholic. Mother was hardworking. Growing up as a teenager, I was in my book studying, and then through high school. I spent most of my time in church because I got born again when I was 15. But also not just before in terms of ministry, but in terms of learning about music, learning about sound, learning about life in general. Oh yeah, I played drums since I was 5. So that's where I kind of started. I used to irritate my mom playing drums and sing with all the cutlery. But now, when I started playing drums in the brigade, and then when I got born again in this church, my focus was kind of on the drum set, and it started there. And then I started a group called Royal Woodlands, which was a rap group in the church, and that kind of drew me towards production. And Vincent, where I started learning, he had a studio at the church, and I kind of just got involved there with the first Atari system. Actually, my first production was in a DR550 drum box, so started there. And I kind of think music chose me. I didn't choose music. The gifts were given to us, so it was there. All I needed to do was more enhance it and sharpen the skill. So that allowed me to meet the people in ministry or in church or outside of church, even with musicians that I played with. And that sharpened the skill within music, because I learned a lot from guys outside. Having been friends with those guys, I think that sharpened the skill because you learn from one another. And as I say, iron sharpened iron.
That's not how mommy raised us. We used to ride together on the school bus. We drifted apart.
Having artists coming from different genres, I think that exposed me to the type of music that I also, if you look at what I produce. And having been a producer over the years, I met different type of artists who wanted beats. So for friends, family, whoever outside also wanted beats. I started there. When I started programming, I started with Reasons 1, Cubase, the usual, everybody knows that. And then I think that there's always been a internal conflict, if I have to say, or core towards something bigger outside of gospel. I play guitar, I play drums, I play bass, I play percussion, I play a number of instruments. Self-taught mostly. I can build studios, I've done live productions as well as studio productions. It depends on the song. I believe each song has its own characteristics, so inspiration comes in different ways. Sometimes somebody says something, sometimes experiences, and other days it will just be melody. It all depends. No song comes through the same way. So far I've collaborated with Mickey. She's a gospel artist, but she's got a nice soul. And she's on one of the tracks that's on the album as well. There's Sky, Kaya, Sky Bongani is another hip hop artist. I've worked with Mickey, Percy, who's both gospel artists that I basically searched for in a Randburg Sun. So yeah, those are the guys that I collaborated with, as well as I got another guy from Pietermaritzburg whose name is Rick Leo. He's sort of a soulish, bluish jazz guy. He produced one of my tracks, which is quite cool. I think that's track number 2, All Night Long. The music was produced by him. I just do the vocals in that. As I said before, as you can start with, sometimes the inspiration comes just by playing around. Sometimes I would just, sometimes I'd write lyrics after I've been through an experience, or somebody said something, like one of the tracks. My sister sent like a poem, and she asked me, hey, can you do something with this? And I wrote a track with it. And yeah, it normally starts with, because I like the keyboard, most of my influences you would hear, it's sort of a piano sound. I start with that, but based on the characteristic of the track itself and what I wanted to how I wanted to take form, I'll play around with sounds, different drum sounds, different synth sounds. Unconventional. I tried not to be mimicking or like somebody. I wanted to be unique in what I create. So the sound it's mixed between programming and a bit of live, some live flavors. I took a bit of ideas from some old school, trying to bring back a bit of that old school vibe. As one of my tracks are called Old School Kinda Love. If you look at AKUCHI, definitely that's one of my biggest inspirations. And obviously growing up with Will Smith, those type of guys, Biggie, that was my influence back in the day, growing up, and what I listened to a lot. But trying to bring us back home to Africa, in terms of keeping it local. Mikasa, Donald, Black Coffee, those are the type of guys. Who knows, maybe a Skido someday, sometime soon. Who knows? That would definitely would be an honor. Looking at OMG, because what is in there will really shock the people that's used to the old Ash. That is what I'm trying to change, and that's why I'm saying OMG, and definitely it would definitely be Oh My God for them. A fusion of hip hop, house, a sort of live gospel. There's one of the tracks are called I Say We Pray, but I made it. It's more commercial. It doesn't matter whether we're Hindu, whether we're Christian, whether we're Buddhists, whatever. We all pray for family. Because that is what one of the tracks is called, I Say We Pray. And it's more focused on the family versus religion. And that was the song that was inspired by my sister. Excitement, I would excitement, expression, a lot of traveling. I'm on Facebook as AKUCHI, so facebook.com/AKUCHI. I'm on Twitter, you can get me on Twitter on AKUCHI Ash. I'm on BBM 7, do I need to actually say that? 7BA7 DCE7, that's my BBM pin. I'm on WhatsApp 076 822 0621.